Just let me hear it.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now. Everybody, welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're going to be doing AEW Blood and Guts tonight, live, the results, everything. I'm here with Jay. I'm here with Gilch. What's going on, guys? How are you guys doing tonight? Everybody's good? Relaxing? Did you guys enjoy your Wednesday night wrestling? Did you like... all right, quick question before I'm going to get into the results immediately. Did you like Dynamite better than Raw?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's no surprise. Not really hard to do when John Cena doesn't wrestle on Monday night. But, you know, what are you going to do? Blood and Guts opens up with a pyro, 13,000 plus in attendance at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Main event is announced. It's going to be the JAS versus the Blackpool Combat Club. TBS Championship on the line. Jade Cargill versus Lila Gray from Queens, New York. Making a debut, making an impact, making a moment. We'll get into that later. Max Caster, Austin and Colton Gunn versus Dan Hausen and a mystery tag team, which we're going to find out later tonight, so you hold on tight. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share with every single human being you know, and let them know that you are watching the greatest wrestling podcast in the history of humanity. Share, subscribe, tell a friend. If they're not watching this, then they don't know what the fuck they're missing. Next, we're going to get into the opening match of the night, which was Orange Cassidy versus Ethan Page. Freshly Squeezed comes out with his best friends. Before I get into this, Gilch, did you have any expectations about this match? Were you excited about this match?
Lukewarm going into it.
How about you, Jay?
I was surprised this match took place.
Yeah, I was too. I wasn't expecting it. I thought there was bigger stars they could have been, you know, doing something with. Where's Miro? Where's Malachi? Where's Pac? Where's the All-Atlantic Champion? Where is the All-Atlantic Champion? What are you doing? Are you nuts, Tony? Huh? What happened, Mr. Khan? Do I have to tell your daddy that you're spending his money stupidly? What are you doing? This match was badly booked. Unacceptable. And it happens. Oh, no, I messed that up live, but that's okay. It was messed up, man. You could have did a better match than this. Orange Cassidy's cool, but the fact that you didn't take advantage of your huge roster of stars, including ones that just won belts, is insane. You put Jade Cargill on the card. You put the FTR on the card. Where's Hangman? He's not there either. You got no Hangman. You got no stars, man. All your stars are fucking injured. It's pissing me off. And the ones that aren't injured aren't being used. Anyway, this match in the beginning was okay. I think this guy's a 145-pound dork with his hands in his pocket, and I'm fucking sick of it. I don't like it. He looked like he actually got a little angry tonight, man. But, you know, I like Dan Lambert coming out saying, what are you going to do when a real size heavyweight slamming you around all over that ring? He says, ref, hey, this city, you know, it has rules and regulations, the wrestling commission here. They do things by the rules. So why don't you get these guys the hell out of here and do your job, man? Get them the hell out of here. We don't need the best friends out here. Ref actually agrees, kicks them out, but somehow Dan Lambert can stay, which makes no fucking sense. You know, if he can't have anybody ringside, why can, your boy? You know, it's a bad look. They should have all got kicked out, something like that. But no, instead we get the match, starts off with his signature move, dodging everything while hands are in the pockets. We get the strongman pose and even goes for a body slam. Now Ethan going for the hip toss, and instead Cassidy hits his own hip toss, then hits a suicide dive to the outside. Now Page dealing with Cassidy, who tries to body slam him again. So far this match is all Cassidy until Ethan finally connects with a strong shoulder tackle by all ego Ethan Page. Dan Lambert giving Orange the lazy kicks while Orange is on the outside. Did you guys like this spot? Wasn't
really
necessary, right? Not even a chuckle.
Yeah. Like the Sarcastic kind of chuckle to myself.
Okay.
Like,
Waste of time. We go back to break. The action continues in picture-to-picture. We see Ethan Page in full control. All the stomps to the chest are coming nonstop. Orange Cassidy in the corner. He's now connecting multiple shots and stomps. Orange is getting laced with stomps in the corner, just getting laced by Ethan Page. Back from the break, we see a sunset flip from Orange that failed and led to a kick to the head of Orange from Ethan Page with a cover. Kick out. Now Ethan looking for the Eagle's Edge. I like this name, the Eagle's Edge. Orange going for the power of the pockets, and he gets it. Ethan slams a rough elbow to the jaw. Now he hits the Eagle's Edge, but no, it's countered by Orange with a Hurricane Rana. Now Orange has a chance. Will he capitalize? Nope. Ethan with the sweep and legs, sending Orange flying with the Gorilla Press Slam. But another kick out from freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. How much juice does he have left? Lambert now yells, "Finish this guy. He looks like a 12-year-old." How about this comment? Did you guys get a chuckle from this one? I thought this one was good.
I got a solid chuckle out of that.
I got a solid chuckle out of that. Nothing insane, nothing intense. Jay, nothing from you, right? No emotion. You have nothing invested in this match. You give not one fuck about this match. What are you grading this match right now? Is it a 0? Is it a 1? No grade? 2?
It's a no grade for me.
No grade. Okay, we'll get to your grade in a second. All right, Orange with a gorgeous tornado DDT cover, kick out from Ethan. Orange almost looking angry now, slamming his elbow pad and raising his hand as a sign of the orange punch that's coming. Lambert climbs the apron. Cassidy gives him some weak shots, steals his orange juice and drinks it. Ethan gets involved. Orange runs, connects with 2 orange punches, spits orange juice in the face of Lambert, hits Ethan with a body slam and picks up the win. Best friends now join Orange to kick us off in Dynamite, and we get the group hug shot. I gave it a 3 stars, fun opening match, but I can't and won't take this kid serious. I'm giving it a 3 stars because it was a fun match. They didn't really make too many mistakes. I like Ethan Page. He's a good kid, good worker. The fact that he's willing to take it to an L to Orange Cassidy in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3, clean, sell for him, make him look good. It tells me that you're a good worker. He listens. He takes orders well, so he's a good worker. What'd you think of this, buddy? Did you like this shit or?
I'll give you the 3. Well, I was thinking like 2, only because
cool.
the crowd.
I was being generous.
Yeah, I hear you. For me personally, like I'm like I would say like 2, but the crowd, they're into him with his his kicks and so he the pops are still there for him. Like so, that's fair. 2.5, 3.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They are there for him. The crowd loves this kid. They're always cheering for him. They're always going crazy. I've seen it live multiple times now, and I still can't understand it. It's a mystery. It's one of life's great mysteries, like Sasquatch. You want to believe in it, but I can't believe in it.
The aggravating thing is, like you said, who decided like we're gonna put this match on instead of having Malachi? How about getting a pop for Pac? I mean, come on, let the guy come out with his belt, do something. No Bucks, no Cole, no Hangman, no. I mean, you can go up and down the line. That
We got nothing. No, we got no stars shining tonight. Not the ones that deserved it, at least. That's for sure. Jay, do you have any comments on this match, or Ethan, or let me ask you, Jay, if you were the booker of tonight's show, what are you putting as the opening match? And then you can answer as well. Let me know what you would do. Real quick.
I'm not entirely sure because my roster's hurt, so it would be kind of difficult for me to even put or even think of something.
All right, see, that's not an answer that you're going to tell to your, person that you work with on TV.
I'm just being realistic.
All right, you're working for AEW right now. Tony Khan calls you up. Jay, what's up, buddy? Listen, I need you to book the opening match of AEW Dynamite tonight. What's it going to be?
Your Pat Buck.
Shit's not complicated.
It is, man. There's not a lot of great stars there.
You're live right now, Jay. You're live right now. That's your answer?
It's a clown show.
It's difficult?
I told you, it's too difficult.
All right, how about you, buddy? Down there, Mr.
I already
Gilch.
answered it.
I don't know. Give me a good tag team match in that spot. Give me the Bucks. Give me. I don't know. Well, I mean, we had FTR, so I can't really complain.
Be the booker. Be the booker right now. What match would you put on there tonight?
I had like 3 or 4 that I thought of in my mind, but in each one of those matches that just came to mind immediately, one of the 2 was hurt. So
One of 2 was hurt?
It's like an NA. Like Like, I don't know.
That's crazy,
Right?
man. That's crazy.
There's no stars. There's no stars there. That's what it is.
Yeah,
All the stars are hurt.
I guess.
True. It's true. Think of one. You tell us, Savage.
Right now, with the stars that I had available, right there, I would have did.
What was the first match
I
to get eyeballs? I'm talking about all viewers. What would be the very first match that will get eyeballs?
Pac versus Miro for the All Atlantic Championship. Title defense right off the gate. He got screwed by Malachi with the thing, you know. He has a great record. He has a great reason to have a rematch.
I see that more as a main event, man. Not an opener.
Yeah, but he's not the heavyweight champion. He doesn't have to be main event, man. That can be an opener. Why not? It would be a hell of an opener. It would be a banger of an opener.
I wouldn't ship the new title and put it first match.
And then you could have had, like, you know, you could have a screw job again. Like, Malachi comes out, he's like, nah, you're not changing titles like this, you know?
I wouldn't treat it like the TNT belt. Like,
and maybe even I would have brought back Clark. That's what I would have did. My match would have been Miro versus Pac for the championship. At the end of the match, Clark comes out, then Malachi comes out, and like no one's winning that title. It's a DQ shit show, and we have a rematch at the next pay-per-view. Like, they hype it up, man. Like, you know, another. I wouldn't mind seeing that match again. That was actually a really good match. But after this, we get the promo. We get, you know, Tony Schiavone. He's on the ramp. He's introducing Christian Cage, who has something to say. All right, people. Christian Cage. He's got something to say, so it's going to probably be good. All right, I got to fix this camera, guys. There we go. I fixed it. It's beautiful. This is, like I said, I don't have assistant. I don't have a, you know, if anybody out there wants to, you know, do some fucking internship kind of work, we need it. We need it. I need somebody to click the buttons while I can just go live and focus on bringing you the best possible show. That's what this show is, if anything. It's real. Cage comes out. He's not dressed to wrestle tonight. Tony says, not sure what more you can say, Christian, after everything you said last week. Christian now says, Tony. The crowd starts chanting, boo, boo. You know, everybody hates on Christian right now. Christian now says, Tony, I was asked by upper management to come out here and apologize about the insensitive remarks I made about Jungle Boy, specifically what I said about his father. I have never apologized for anything my entire career. Jungle Boy, Jungle Boy, I'm sorry your entire family's not dead. And they had to witness me and you in the ring at Dynamite. Everyone in your family except your mom. Let me clarify. Classy as always, Detroit. You know, Detroit booing him hard. Now he starts going in on Detroit. Classic heel. Using classic lines that we haven't heard since Ravishing Rick Rude. Only thing this scumbag city has going for it is that you're close to Canada. Now you Motor City sweat hogs might be wondering why I'm out here. I requested a match, but I never said it was for me. Here comes Luchasaurus coming out as a heel and a dark, evil-looking fucking dragon. I thought this was good shit. I liked it. Long-term storytelling. We're going to change his gimmick. We're going to make him super fucking serious. New toys, new merch, new approach. Luchasaurus, the evil dinosaur, is here. And he is ready to eat Jungle Boy up. You got the classic story of, like, you know, man versus Godzilla. And this shit is beautiful. I think it's going to turn out to be a nice story. Now, some people might not be a big fan of it, but I actually think it's got legs. And I'm looking forward to whatever it brings. What do you guys think of this entire situation? Well, who wants to go first right now? This is class. Let's go. Who's ready? Who's going?
I'll go first. All
right, Jay, let's go. Give it to me.
I'll take it. I loved it. I love Christian Cage with the turtleneck. It's like a great heel attire. It makes it even more comical to my eyes when I watch it. It was great. I love the Detroit scumbags and all that, and how it's close to Canada. Great lines. Overall, I love the Luchasaurus intro. Thought that was pretty cool with all the smoke. He looked serious. He looked like he was going to get down to business. If I were to book it different, I just wish he took off the mask, you know, and just kind of be a different role, but it's okay. I'll allow it. But I didn't really like what I saw after that. But I love this part. I'm gonna give it a 4 just on the Christian Cage segment right there for that half.
I'm kind of glad they didn't do the mask yet because that's a whole nother layer that they can, save for down the road. They don't need to
I'm just saying, it was very cool to me the way he came out. I loved it. I loved that intro. That was pretty awesome. I took him serious. I actually took him serious as I saw that.
Oh yeah, you have to take him serious because he's actually hella good. When I first saw him in AEW make his debut, I was super impressed. I was like, look at this big motherfucker doing all this crazy shit.
Right. I thought it was just a cool setup.
It was awesome.
Cage just set up Luchasaurus, so I thought it was pretty cool. I give it a 4.
I'm like super hyped right now for Luchasaurus and Edge and, well, not Edge. I wish Edge was here. It would be so much more fun if Edge was here, wouldn't it? Fucking Edge, man. Yeah, let's go to WWE so Vince can play games with my heart. Like, come on, man. Fuck. Alright, but yeah, Christian's cool. This was actually a cool play. I kind of saw it coming, but I didn't call it. But I did kind of see it coming, with the last couple of camera shots they had with Lucha and him walking out last time. You kind of saw it coming. What do you think about all this? Are you excited for it?
I'm with you guys. I love it. I thought it was great.
It's a lot of fun.
I would like to see him get like the match. I mean, it was a squash, I guess. So like that.
Well, I was going to get into the match right now. Right?
Yeah, that's what kind of brings back. But just to go back to it, I love it, but yet I'm so torn because as much as I want these two guys to just get singles pushes, they're so great together in the ring.
No, absolutely, but they can always get back together later on.
Of course,
have that reunion party and all that shit. Like that's how many times did we see like the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn split up, or other shit. Like we've seen it so many times. Like they all get back together. Even the Hardy Boys split up. No.
At one point. Many
times at this point, like
many times.
Yeah.
Many federations.
I don't want to mention all those federations though. Let's not get into that, man. But we did get a match, which was cool. So you get the heel turn, and then you get the match. And inside of the ring, waiting right now, is already Serpentico. He's waiting. He looks terrified. He doesn't look happy to be there. He doesn't look happy to be in the ring with this monster. He sold it really well. He sold it like he was in the ring with a monster, which he was. We get the brutal headbutt from Lucha, and now a huge German suplex from Luchasaurus. Now with a sick tombstone-like facebuster. I don't even know what to call that move. It looks like a tombstone, and then he lifts you up and drops you on your face. Lucha looks... he locks a snare trap with a nerve pinch or something, and we see the instant tap out. Total domination. Now Christian Cage in there has found himself a very powerful ally, a very nice insurance policy, and Cage commands Lucha to continue the domination with a huge choke slam on the outside floor. I gave this match and segment, I'm combining, this was a 5-star heel turn because it was a surprise, and it was effective, and it was believable. What do you think, Jay?
I'm still going to keep it at a 4 total
4? Okay.
On both. I'm not going to rate this because I just felt that I didn't like the finish. That's how I feel.
Do you know why I'm giving it a 5?
I think I didn't like it the way the commentary called it. They were kind of calling it like it was a snare tap, but it really wasn't. I just don't think a big guy should be doing a move like that. I think he needs to do a power move.
I can agree with that.
He needs to see a power move.
Like, the match itself was like a 3, you know what I mean? Like, the match itself was like a 3. It was nothing special.
Tell me not that finish wasn't special. That wasn't a special finish. No. Intro like that?
Absolute garbage. They should have just kept, like, he should have just kept doing, like, power bomb, choke slam kind of moves. He should have been throwing this kid over the fucking, into the audience. He should have, like, tried to, like, launch him in there 20 feet. This kid should have been taking the bumps of his life tonight.
Right, like, maybe more of a squash. Even more of a squash.
Yeah. It should have been a super squash. But I get, listen, they had a lot of people to get in before that stupid fucking 60-minute shit show. And it was a shit show. I know it was, and I'll go into many reasons why it was later. It started off kind of okay, but it was a fucking shit show. Yeah, like Jay, I was talking with him before you came in here, and I was dissecting it. He was like, I was like, you're not gonna like what I have to say tonight about this match, because I'm gonna dissect this shit like a surgeon about to rip open the brain for surgery. You know what I mean?
So
I'm gonna
let's
rip
speed
this
it
shit
up.
open, man.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. Interview segment. Tony with Wardlow, Scorpio Sky. I understand your feeling. You're, Wardlow. You beat up some security guards last time. You came after me, and last time you came after Genie, you got laid out. Wardlow says, I don't care about any of that. I'm sick of talking. Bring every member of American Top Team. Once I'm done with them, I'm gonna beat your ass and take that title home where it belongs. Scorpio Sky says next week for the TNT Championship. Since you're so tough, let's make it a street fight. That's going to be next Wednesday on Dynamite. Then we get into the match. Wow, we're going to beat the shit out of a juggalo, a white guy doing white face. Yo, listen. Yo, listen. Yo, listen. Are you guys listening yet? All right, real quick. Did you guys have anything to say about Wardlow?
I didn't like this. I don't know why. I can't put my hand. I can't even think about it. I just don't know why I didn't like this. I didn't really take it serious, but I like the setup for next week on the street fight.
Oh yeah. Why is that?
Yeah, it just wasn't believable to me. Wardlow's facials when he was talking, I just wasn't buying it. I don't know. I wasn't buying it. Not even for Sky.
Yeah, there was something.
It was a little off.
I feel the same way. There was something off. I couldn't quite I can't quite explain it, but
Yeah, I can't. I really can't. I wish I could. What do you think, Savage?
Yeah, it's whatever, man. I don't know. Wardlow's gonna probably lose and get screwed on Wednesday. So,
Did you enjoy the promo he cut though? You enjoyed it?
It could have
Or
been.
you thought something was off?
It could have been delivered with more conviction.
Agreed. That's the right word. That's the word. I was saying conviction.
It could have been done
It
with way
wasn't doing
more,
it for me.
energy,
It was for me.
more energy, more believable. Like, you should be upset that this guy's saying these words to you. You know what I mean? You should be getting hyped up. You should be getting hulked up. If Hulk Hogan did anything right when he was doing his run, is he had energy in every segment.
Right.
Like,
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go.
No, I was gonna say what I also didn't like was that the fact they keep bringing up the security guards. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
From
Scorpio,
both guys.
but
From
Scorpio's
both
got
guys.
nothing else to say, really. What's he gonna say? He doesn't know what to say to him. This guy's about to take it out. But next, we're gonna see Danhausen versus Max Caster and the Ass Boys. Danhausen's gonna have some help in the name of FTR, which was a nice surprise. I was happy to see them at least have some action tonight. Were you guys excited about that?
nice little surprise. I didn't know. I had no idea who he was gonna. To me, it was like a surprise from them. No matter who was coming out, I really didn't have an idea. And when the music hit, I was like, okay, here they are.
Did you have any ideas of who it was going to be, or are you clueless? Because I was clueless. I had no idea who it was going to be.
Same, clueless.
I was saying Hook and somebody else. I didn't figure it out. I was gonna say Hook was.
I did think about Hook, but nah, they didn't. They didn't do that. I found some people
Thank
who
God.
are. He ends up coming out saying on the mic. I found some people who are pretty good at wrestling. Here comes out FTR. Austin Gunn and Cash Wheeler start things off. Austin Gunn takes control until Dax gets the tag, and now FTR in full control of Austin, and even Danhausen gets in on the action. FTR setting up the sweet, Danhausen with the elbow drop on the back of Austin's head. Now we see the Danhausen catching some offense, hitting a Hurricane Rana, catching some shots until the Ass Boys take control again as we go to break. Back from, we see Max Caster laying in the shots on Danhausen, who counters, lands a release Northern Light suplex. Now the Ass Boys are kicking Danhausen's ass, but FTR breaks the pin attempt. Dax now putting a suplex show on in the middle of the ring. FTR in full control, showing you why they are the best tag team in the world. Austin Gunn with a real shitty neck breaker on Dax. Anthony Bowens can apparently now walk, goes for the shot with a crutch on Danhausen, but ends up railing the Ass Boys, and FTR and Danhausen pick up the win. I guess the Acclaimed is back. 3.5 stars. Fun match. Fun ending. Austin is ticked off, shoving Anthony. Now Billy Gunn turns on his sons, shoving them down, sticking up for the Acclaimed. The plot thickens. Guess Anthony calling Billy Gunn daddy is paying off. What did you guys think of this?
I love Caster, and I'm like kind of baffled. So Bowens is okay? Like, I don't know, like what happened there. He's not. He's good to go, or he's not. Like, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, if he's ready to go, please, more acclaimed and less ass boys. So I don't know.
Yo, listen. This is what you get for calling them the ass boys. The acclaimed have already. They're doing everything, bro. Doing everything. Like, they're too good, bro. If they're back right now, I want them destroying the Young Bucks soon. Sooner than later. Like, that's what I need. I want them destroying the young Bucks. Like, because those guys are, like, so good. They've been putting in the work now for years. It's not like they just got here. You know, they've been doing the same gimmick for 3 years. Like, you know, Anthony's coming out, ripping it on the mic every time, every city. You know, they have that, like, they just have it, bro. They have it. They're exactly like the New Age Outlaws. Like, they come out, they do their shtick. Their whole thing's based off the New Age Outlaws. I don't care what anybody says. That's who it's inspired from. And the fact that he gets to ride and die with Billy Gunn right now, who just turned on his sons. This shit is sickening. Max Caster's so fucking good that Billy Gunn would rather fucking support him than his own fucking sons. That tells you something, man. That Max Caster's a fucking superstar if he can make a father turn on his sons. What do you guys think, Jay? You got any thoughts?
Are you done talking shit about this shit?
Yeah.
Is it over? Is it finally over?
I'm done.
Trying to hype these people up like they're the future outlaws and they got inspired by the
So wait,
please, man.
You don't think they're the future?
This is trash.
Yo, listen.
This is all trash.
Yo,
This
listen.
is all trash.
Yo, listen. Yo, listen.
I wasn't doing it, but there was a spot. I don't know if you guys caught it. One of the guns, I don't really know their names. It's Austin and somebody else. They did that neck breaker spot, but Excalibur tried to say that it got kind of like into a hit toss, but it came out real bad. I don't know if you guys caught that. Like the handle was like off or something. I don't know which gun was that, Austin or the other. Cool. It was like towards the end of the match. It looked pretty bad, and you know, besides that, I didn't enjoy none of this. The storyline is interesting, but I'm not really interested. I'm sure some fans out there are, but not for me.
Not for you, right? All right, that's all right.
Yeah,
How about you, buddy?
This wasn't for me, but I'll give it a 1 star.
Yo, how about you, man? Tell me the truth, man. I know you kind of like Max Caster, so what do you think about this whole storyline right now? I like tonight that in a lot of the segments, though, they were like working on the storylines were coming to life. You see them unfold after all these weeks, actually. It's so much more satisfying than stories that we're seeing on Monday nights, for the most part, you know?
Yeah, I'm a big Caster guy. Like, I
Nice.
feel like every time I watch him wrestle, I feel like I see a little more. And I mean, you know, we know what he can do with the mic in his hand.
Yeah.
I just wish like they would have took this opportunity to give him a better singles run while Mullins was down, because it's been like a weird singles run. I think he was on the wrong end of a squash once or twice, and
For sure.
Like,
That's why he's stuck him with these guys, because now he can try to elevate them a little bit, still work on his game, stay in the tag team mix, because I think that's where he should stay right now. Their whole tag team shtick is what it's about right now. They need to go on a dominant rampage whenever their time comes, whether it's in 1 year, 2 years, whatever it is. Their time will come. I don't know when. I can't tell you that because I'm not Tony. Or I'm not the Mr. Fanboy running the company right now. I love Tony, but you know he's gonna go. He's gonna go for his favorite guys to get the titles. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Claudio and Eddie Kingston become tag team titles tonight after they were fucking hugging for 20 fucking minutes probably after the show went off there. Fucking shit show. God damn it, pissing me off. Instead of giving I'm right. He's gonna give the tag titles to some fucking combo superstars that they just pair up. Miro and this guy, or that guy and this guy, whatever the fuck, before they give it to the Acclaimed. And it bothers me, man. Shit like that bothers me. All right, I'm going to shut up. You have anything else to say? Or should I move on to Santam, Singh, Jay Lethal, and Sanjay?
It's up to you, man.
All right, yeah. Last week I was mad. Now this is unreal. You are still not at work. What we need from you is to take this pen, sign your name on the dotted line. Jay Lethal saying, how long is it going to take for you to accept that challenge against me, Samoa Joe, the current TV champion versus the longest reigning TV champion. Let's make it official, big man. And we get, Santam Singh. Big man, he says, Jay's gonna kill you. Jay's gonna kill you. Match. The undefeated Goldberg of AEW, Jade Cargill, with Stokely, some baddie that I can't remember her name, who, by the way, almost slips on the way to the ring. I guess that's why I can't remember her name. Taz says Lila Gray is a tough chick from New York. She is confident and ready from Queens, New York, who is already in the ring waiting for Jade. She gets no entrance for the new girl. Jade stiff as shit with shots and knees, now an attitude adjustment with way more attitude. Big fall-away slam and a kick-up. All clean so far. European uppercut from Jade, who now taunts and goes for the roll-up pin on Jade. Now hits some shots. We get a shitty rising knee shot. Goes for a bulldog shove by Jade. Now hits her with a nasty stiff boot. And her finish, the Jaded, for the clean 1, 2, 3. Says she is tired of the fans and the ladies in the back bitching and moaning. Tells Stokely, bring me a real competitor. Bring me competition. She is fired up. Stokely says, Statlander and Athena, you're not overlooked, you're just lazy. They now come running out to the ring. Jade goes for the boot and Athena dodges and takes out Jade with a running drop kick. Now she goes to the top rope while she goes for her finish on Jade with Statlander holding her, but Gray gets back into it, shoves Athena off the top rope, making her mark, doing the champion's dirty work. Jade shoves Gray and wants no part of her help. I gave this a 2-star. There was a botch from the new girl that lowers the grade. Jade looked clean in this. No noticeable botches from Jade. Stokely now in the ring hands the Jade the mic, talks a little more shit. What did you guys think of this, and would you grade it? Jay, you go first.
Well, I see what you rated. I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna go actually a 3.
Yeah, it's cool.
Just for the fact that I actually felt Jade Cargill in this one from beginning to the end. The way her demeanor, her attitude, I liked it.
Beautiful.
I didn't like that. I don't know what botch you were referring to from the new girl. I don't know if it was that strike knee on that turnbuckle.
It was the knee. It was the knee that didn't hit the face.
Yeah, that was the knee. That was pretty bad. But overall, I do see a bright future here. I love her look. I think she could be a player. I'm glad they signed her. I do like where it's going with her, with the whole baddies, because they do need a search. Doing the whole baddie search with Stokely. I didn't love when Jade just grabbed the mic off Stokely. So she actually cut a great promo. So just for the fact alone, the match, Jade did her boot spots, but there was just too much, boot hand slaps. It was too much of it. And then I could have swore I heard Jade called the spot as well when she had her in the headlock.
Oh, so, I gotta watch that again.
With that be alone, I just love Jay's attitude in this. I love the confidence. I think it was one of her best, so I'm going to give it a 3.
If you're saying that, it must be true. What do you think, Gilch?
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Look, we've given her plenty of slack, and it's been pretty well deserved. And I just want to see like a little bit more from her every time she wrestles. And tonight was like a huge step forward. Like I don't recall like a botch, which is shocking in one of her matches. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything Jay said. I'm actually shocked that he's saying all this. That means it must be true. She's really becoming a great worker. If I was rating Jade's performance, it was probably a 4.5. But the match itself, I only rated it 2. But I'll bring it up to a 3 for Jade. She did do a hell of a performance. Great match. And that's the end of Dynamite, basically. Now it's Blood and Guts. 1 hour of Blood and Guts. Brought to you by Moxley and Claudio and Sammy and all this other fucking stupid shit that you're going to see. 1 hour of fucking shit. 1 hour of commercials. 1 hour of picture-in-picture. And then 10 minutes of sloppiness at the end of the match. You're going to see zoom-in shots of guys on cages laying down while 9 other guys are at the bottom of the ring doing what? I don't know. Probably cleaning up glass from their face, taking thumbtacks out of their backs, wiping their fucking noses, getting ready for their camera shot on top of the cage when they would join everybody and have a party at the top of the cage, hug party on Jericho's account. Man, I don't know, man. There was a lot of action packed up. I have pages and pages and pages of notes, man. Pages and pages and pages of notes. Jericho Appreciation Society. That Batoma Sports Entertainers versus Blackpool Combat Club. Jericho JAS makes their way to the ring with matching red outfits. Jericho with his bat shooting fireballs while coming down to the ring. You know, what I've become, everything I've ever loved, pushed them all away. Judas in my mind, nothing left for me to say in the wreckage of my life. My life. Judas in my mind. Judas in my mind. You know, everybody's singing, they're loving it, they're letting the crowd hear the song. Back from break, we see the Blackpool Combat Club coming. Santana Ortiz. Shout out to Santino Marella. Amazing debut. No one's ever had a better debut than Santino Marella. Opening night, gets to win the Intercontinental title. I don't think that's ever happened before. There's your wrestling knowledge history of the day. All right, next. Eddie Kingston comes out. Santina, like I said, Ortiz with a barbed wire bat come out. Claudio's coming out. Wheeler Yutas coming out. Lord William Regal's coming out to join the commentary team. Now we see Moxley. By the way, JR even came out to the commentary table. Now we see Mox, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, coming down to the ring, playing the wild thing. Real question of the night should be, who will lose the most blood? Regal says tonight is the night Jericho will get his upcomings. Before I keep babbling about all these match notes I have, which I'm probably going to skip a lot of them, to be honest, because they're not even worthy of a fucking mention after I reevaluate the entire match of the night. So, Gilch, let's go to you first right now. Just go all out right now. What did you think of this match? What are you grading it? What did you see that impressed you? Give us the first take of the night, really.
Sammy is the first take, and we had a conversation about this before we went live, and to me, it looked so stupid falling through, like you said, a double, triple padded table. It was different. You could tell it was different. You could tell it was padded. To me, that ruined the whole thing for me. That alone, that spot alone almost ruined the whole match. It was entertaining, but boy, it was ugly. Botches. Not a lot of botches, but like you mentioned, there was spots where like the camera was just like panning around, and it would sit on like one guy who was on the apron, and then like the camera work was off a little bit, all over the place. I enjoyed it for the entertainment value, but what a mess.
Absolute mess, right? Absolute mess. All right, we can come back to you for the grade. Jay, what did you think? And you can, what's your grade? You can give he gave the first take. What's your first grade and take? Second take.
I can't. I don't think I could grade it just yet.
Okay.
I think if we dissect it, I'll come up with an answer.
Okay.
But Sammy and Santana stood out for me for the first half. Sammy, when he came out, I felt like him and Claudio jump started so fast that there was a spot in between the ring, between the ropes. It looked like Sammy was going to do some sort of roll-up or whatever, but then he lost his grip, and then he fell, and then Claudio was trying to grab him, got him into the other ring, and then they just kind of follow up with it. So it just started off kind of ugly right there.
My God.
And listen, I'm a fan of Claudio. I love his work, but come on, how many European uppercuts I got to see,
Oh, yeah.
How many uppercuts
there must have been 100 European uppercuts in 1 hour. 100.
I literally must have saw 15, 20
but here's the thing, though.
minutes.
Here's the thing.
In less than 2 minutes.
But here's the thing about Claudio, though. Out of the 100 uppercuts, 98 of them looked fucking sexy as fuck. So, I mean, you can't really complain when he's, like, delivering them like that.
No,
I saw two messed up ones.
I just wish I saw a little more wrestling from the two, because those two can wrestle. So I was just a little disappointed.
This isn't a wrestling match. It's a shit show.
I'm just going to the first half,
Yeah.
But Santana started off really strong when he came in, but when he tried to do that, I guess, I don't know if it was a manhandle slam or Michinoku slam, whatever you want to call it. It looked like his left knee just bended and his right leg just slid, and it looked like he must have tore an ACL or something, because we never saw him after that.
Yeah, I was going to get into that later. Yep, absolutely.
Those are the two things that stood out for me for the first half.
All right, so you don't want to grade it yet? You want me to rip it up? All right, let's go. I'll rip it up right now. Match starts off basically real quick with both men running into each other. Sammy taking a nasty bump. Looked like a botch right away, but quickly we see Claudio. That's how it started off. Sammy and Claudio full control with two fierce running European uppercuts. Sammy tries to shove him off as Sammy takes his suspenders off and hits Claudio with a super weak looking chop. And Claudio just stares at him, gives him some nasty uppercuts and now a hard chop, showing Sammy how it's done. Claudio just bouncing Sammy around the ropes. Sammy going to climb the cage. Claudio has his foot trying to chase him down. Both men now on the top rope, and Claudio making Sammy taking the low blow courtesy of the ropes. Sammy with a backhand elbow and a triple springboard to the other ring to burn out the clock and get away from Claudio. Gives him the finger, and it seems the bait has worked as Sammy is now giving some weak shots to Claudio again. Not impressive at all. More uppercuts now from Claudio, who is abusing Sammy at this point in the match. Claudio looking for the elevating uppercut when Sammy turns it into a cutter. Now finally taking control. Going to give Tay a kiss for the fans, of course. Claudio is up and waiting for Sammy, who starts swinging Sammy around as Daniel Garcia makes his way into the ring. We get a breakup. We see Sammy and Daniel now taking control. Claudio now takes control and starts laying in the running uppercuts until Sammy has had enough. We see a sick rising knee to the face of Claudio. Back from break, we see the timer at 10 seconds as Wheeler Yuta makes his way into the match to even things up. He comes in, catches a high-flying elbow shot, 5 German suplexes, and a 6th German suplex that was fired off by a nasty uppercut from Claudio, which I give the spot of the night, the move of the night. That actually looked sickening. Now Hager making his way in. JAS will now have the numbers advantage. Hager immediately in the ring, power slams Yuta and dumps him on the ropes. We have a face-off between Claudio and Hagel. Both men exchanging shots, but Claudio gets a springboard spinning uppercut before the JAS numbers game takes control. Now here comes the world champ Mox with a steel chair, cleaning house, stabbing Garcia with a fork. Numbers even more important at this time. For a moment, Garcia is now busted open. Looks like he is not home anymore. He looks like he clocked out. Yuta and Mox working well together in the Blackpool Combat Club, standing tall in the ring. Claudio with a gorilla press on Sammy sends him to Mox, who lands the cutter. Now we see a triple hammer and an anvil spot. Angela Parker makes his way to the ring, but all his teammates are on the floor. He runs around for a while trying. I thought this was a funny segment because his whole team's fucked up. They're laid out. Angela Parker running around trying to fucking get away from everyone that wants to kill him and stab him with forks and throw him into fucking steel cages. He's trying to run, but he can't. He can't. It's over. Hager now with a shitty concerto. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He was running around. Claudio lands the gut wrench suplex and now is getting abused by Mox, Claudio, and Wheeler as the Wizard of AEW, Chris Jericho, watches on. Hager with a shitty concerto on Claudio's leg, now using the chair to choke Claudio. We get a shotgun drop by Garcia to Wheeler. That was nice. Now Ortiz fights his way into the ring, cleaning house again with clotheslines on everyone over and over and over. Picking up Sammy, clotheslining him again, picking up Garcia, clotheslining him too, and another on Garcia, and another on Sammy. Jesus Christ, it's a clothesline party as we go to break. Back from break, Menard is now in the ring attacking everyone with a steel chair, but during the break, Mox hits a power driver on Angela Parker on the glass. Mox is super busted, opens up his cut, and he's been opened up hard. Menard now attacks Mox, going after his cut. Wheeler is biting Sammy in the head. Now we see Santana in the ring with a barbed wire bat, and Eddie placing a table in the cage. Now Santana cleaning house, but without his bat. Nice side suplex, dumping Menard on his head. A botched Uranagi, and now it looks like Santana, I guess it wasn't a botch. I think he hurt himself, and they took him out of the match. We never saw him again. He's done. Botch and injury at the same time. Maybe it was a botch that led to an injury, or maybe it was just an injury. If it's an injury, it's not a botch. It's just.
I don't think he went down with the slam. I think he just slide like his right leg. I think it was supposed to go down.
Hopefully, it's nothing serious, man.
Because you're slamming somebody, right? You're spinning them, so you're holding them like that. You gotta land down with them. He didn't land down.
It's a possibility, man.
Slide.
I just hope it's nothing serious because that's another tag team. Speaking of tag teams, that I wouldn't mind seeing get a title run either. They deserve a title run.
He was in the match because everybody needs to be in that match in order for the match to begin. So you can't take him out. He was in the match. You just see him there laying on the floor for like 25 minutes.
Angelo Parker is a bloody mess using the camera to take out Wheeler. Claudio with a beautiful rising up Sammy, catching him with the uppercut. Now Mox with the fork on Menard, about to bust him open, stabbing Menard with the spikes. He had like souvlaki sticks. If you don't know what a souvlaki is, then you might know what a shish kebab is. Those wooden sticks you put meat and fruit and all kinds of shit through. He has like about 8 of them. He just stabs this guy in the fucking head. I'm sure they were all shaved down. I don't think he used that to cut him open, because that's pretty fucking sickening if he did. I'm pretty sure he bladed up. It was wild, though. That did look like a wild spot. At that point, you knew the match was out of control when Moxley was doing shit like that. I'm pretty sure I just saw Mox blade Menard. I pretty much got to go back and I got to watch that in slow motion. Very upsetting if that's what happened. If that's what happened, and the fact that they showed that on the hard camera instead of panning out, your camera work was absolute shit tonight. Now Jericho comes into the ring with his top hat and goes straight after Claudio with a bat, but Ortiz sees Jericho, drops him with a DDT, sending him to the mat hard, choking him with a steel chair now. Sammy with a nice flying cutter on Ortiz. Garcia was pissing off Claudio with an uppercut. Now Jericho with a code breaker on Claudio, but here comes Eddie Kingston with the kendo stick going right after Jericho, but has to take out everyone else first, as Jericho is trying to escape. Now Eddie attacking Jericho relentlessly with a kendo stick. Now he has rubbing alcohol. He shows everyone, but Hager stops him. Ortiz now crazy with the steel chair. Tay Conti's trying to squeeze the bottle of rubbing alcohol through the cage to Jericho. At the same time, the bottle is like squirting alcohol all over Jericho, who now has the bottle and is laying low, but preparing something evil. But I think they can't pull it off because I'm pretty sure Jericho wasn't supposed to spill alcohol all over his head and chest and shoulders. So lighting up a flame at this point would probably not be a fucking good idea. That's why we never saw. I think their original plan was to maybe set the table on fire, or maybe do a fireball at the top of the cage or some bullshit. But this guy had alcohol all over his hair and shoulder, and so that wasn't going to happen. I promise you that. Jesus Christ, man. I gotta pick up. There's so many pages, guys. This match had so much fucking Sammy with a nice flying cutter on Ortiz, Jericho with a code breaker on Claudio, but here comes Eddie Kingston with the kendo sticks going right after Jericho, but has to take everyone else out first. Jericho is trying to escape. Now Eddie attacking Jericho relentlessly with the kendo stick. Now he has his rubbing alcohol. He shows everyone, but Hager stops him. Again, we're going through that same shit. Like I said, Jericho got the alcohol all over him. Now has the bottle and he's trying to lay low, preparing something evil, I'm sure. Combat Club now setting up the table, and all hell is breaking loose all over the ring. There's action everywhere. There's blood everywhere. Kingston and Ortiz send Hager through a table with a powerbomb in the middle of the two rings. Mox and Wheeler now with the two black bags. They were dumping thumbtacks all over the right side of the ring. Claudio is now taking apart the left side of the ring, ripping the canvas to expose the frame of the ring. Mox with a nasty suplex to Menard on the thumbtacks as we go to break yet again. Bodies are hanging off the cage, blood dripping everywhere. Back from break, we see Jericho dragging Mox all over the thumbtacks, now applying the walls of Jericho on Mox. Eddie sees this and makes his way over to Jericho slowly, and now picks up a bunch of tacks and punches Jericho in the face with them. Jericho and Eddie botched the fire extinguisher spot. Jericho started shooting it off early, and then you see Eddie trying to run into it to make it look legit. Tay Conti was now unlocking the cage. Somehow she got the key, and you see Ruby Soho attack her, and you get a hell of a view. I promise you that. I will tell you that now, that this is the match I'd like to see, Ruby and Tay. Now Jericho climbing to the top of the cage, and Eddie is going to follow him. Now Jericho and Eddie are both on top of the cage, exchanging shots. Eddie is biting Jericho, and we see the backhand fist from Eddie. Now we see Sammy climbing to the top to get behind Eddie. Too many minutes of footage showing 3 men on top of a cage doing absolutely nothing. How about the other 9 guys in the match? We're not going to show any of their action or anything that's really going on down there. All knocked out, who have no clue what's going on in the rest of the match. Now Eddie's sending Sammy flying off the cage through a super padded timekeeper's table, and Sammy is blinking his eyes, trying to sell it, and in my opinion, an unneeded safe bump for the likes of Sammy. Now, if this was through a table, no covers, no padding, I'd respect it. I can't respect this. Sorry, not sorry. I love Sammy, but if he wants to be known as a Mr. Crazy, then actually has to do something crazy. In this big promoted main event that was even promoted to close your company's last pay-per-view. Just saying, bro. Hashtag Sammy, step it up. We go to the break. They leave us in the picture-in-picture. And now we still have to watch this bullshit. We have a shot at the top of the cage. Eddie and Jericho still have a shot at the cage. We have Eddie and Jericho on their knees exchanging shots after shots. Eddie rips Jericho's shirt off, and we see both men going chop for chop as they take us into full picture. Sad that this is now the main event in my eyes. This is at this point. At this point, this whole thing is just sad. Back from break, we see Claudio on top of the cage. Claudio's now swinging Jericho, which that was probably one of the best visuals of the night. That did look sick. I liked it. It should have went a little longer. And, you imagine now he actually just swung Jericho off the cage. Wow. Well, obviously that's not going to happen, but holy shit. Imagine. That would be fucking nuts, huh? We see a sharpshooter, but Menard is now up there. He stops Cesaro, goes for the power driver on Claudio. Now we see a double submission. Eddie to Chris, Claudio to Matt. Menard is now tapping out in the Blackpool Combat Club. Pick up the win. All the Combat Club is now making their way to the top of the cage, including World Champ Mox, by the way, who's all cleaned up, no longer has blood on his face. None of these guys have blood on their face that are up there, which tells me something went wrong in this match. I think Mox cut himself a little too deep, and they probably had to shove a bunch of alcohol in there and other things just to make it stop bleeding, because it was probably too much for cable television. So that's why we saw the shot of the guys on top of the cage for 3-4 minutes, because something went wrong in the ring. There was thumbtacks, glass, fork, something happened. Maybe it was Menard too, because like you said earlier, Menard might have been bleeding way too much. I don't even know what to grade this, Jay. Do you want to start us off? Do you have the grade now that I dissected it for you?
I think I may have. There was some spots. I think the only spot I liked was when Sammy jumped from rope to rope to rope to rope. I loved.
That was nice.
I loved that spot. That was a nice spot. There was a lot of ugly spots, man. The crow figure that Jericho did on Claudio, that was ugly.
That was hideous.
That was really bad.
He's doing it with one hand. He's doing it with one knee now.
I think this match was mainly to showcase Claudio. It was all about Claudio. He did most of everything. I didn't like Wheeler Yuta. He did. Come on, how many times did we see that?
Who?
Electric chair.
Who?
Yuta.
No, that's not his name.
Wheeler.
No, his name is Wheeler Useless.
Wheeler Useless. There you go. Wheeler Useless. How many times did we see that electric chair blockbuster move? I saw it 3 times. Kept doing the same thing. There was nothing innovative.
That's a
in
good
this
point.
match.
It's a good catch.
The camera was very bad. Picture to picture, and when you had Kingston and Jericho, and then you go into Jericho and Kingston, and there was one punch, and then after that you go into a commercial for 60 seconds. That was really bad. I don't know who was responsible for that call, but that was horrible. I felt like it just even made me lose more interest of this shit of a match. I don't know whose idea was to bring broken glass. That was Moxley. I didn't even realize it. I had to watch it back to see how the glass.
Yeah, I think that fucked everything up. I think that's why they took it off TV.
Yeah,
Something happened.
I didn't like it, and I didn't even like that power driver spike on the
Look what this
glass.
match
I don't
brings.
really feel like it's the spot.
This match brings one guy definitely getting injured. The glass. Someone probably got injured again, cut themselves badly. You couldn't even show footage anymore of in the ring.
Now let's what else can we talk about? Moxley, it's so much ugliness right here.
1 hour,
I
1
got
hour
Kingston.
for Christ's sakes. Jesus.
So
Iron Man match.
this is what I didn't understand. When Kingston and Jericho were at the top, they were there for a while.
Yeah.
Why was everybody just sitting down there for like 10, 15 minutes, doing nothing?
It's terrible.
They were doing nothing. 15 minutes, everybody's just sitting there in each corner and just.
I can't wait to see
like,
the videos that are going to
horrible.
come out of fans that were there actually showing probably what was happening.
I didn't like the Sammy table spot. I didn't like it. It was too obvious. I didn't like it one bit.
Yep.
I thought it was bad. Overall, I gotta go. I gotta give credit where credit's due. What Glitch say? You said it was sports entertaining. It was, and I think it really delivered on that. If you really think about it, yeah, it was like a GCW match, if you want to call it, that I just watched, but really, really bad. like GCW would probably laugh at this match, just how bad it was. And I didn't enjoy that. I thought the alcohol spot with Tay and Jericho was the worst. I thought right there it was like, wow, what the fuck?
I think this match would have served better if at some point all men would have like escaped the cage and they would have did a little bit of what they did last time and just take the match all over the building. Like those segments they did last time with Menard and this guy by the concession stand with the ketchup and then this, and they were fucking using the whole arena as their fucking match. Like that was good. That was good sports entertainment to me. This was more of like, because of everything being so focused in the ring, and you have 10 guys, one's now, or what is it, 12 guys, one guy's now injured, you got blood, you got glass, you got thumbtacks, you got all kinds of storylines going on. You serve no purpose on storyline telling. We saw so many things unanswered. Nobody got revenge on anybody. A big deal. They got a group win, but like you didn't see any of those individual rivalries, like Ortiz and Jericho. They didn't really get to finish it off. They just focused on Eddie and Jericho. But how about this guy Ortiz? He got his hair cut off by Jericho. We didn't really get to see him have like a good big moment with just him and Jericho. Like they didn't really focus on telling a better story. It was all about spots.
So for me, I'm just gonna say this is how I'm gonna rate it. I'm gonna rate it a 2. Now, that is for sports entertainment. It was sports entertainment. And number 2, I love the end with Claudio and Kingston, because now they're gonna feud. So I love the whole friction. I love how that was set up, and I loved how it finished. Believe it or not, even though it was a crap of a finish, but I didn't know you could tap somebody on top of the cage and the match is over. I thought it was in. Isn't it supposed to be in the ring? Not on
technically.
top of
Technically, they're in the ring, just above it.
I don't know, man. This was too of a shit barn of a match. I'm telling you, it was really, really bad. But I'm gonna just give it 2 just for that fact, and I would love Claudio and Kingston to definitely hook it up, man. That's gonna be great.
All right. Gilch, what are you saying for this match? How are you feeling? How many stars you giving this shit?
So Jay makes a good point, looking at it at the sports entertainment angle, and from that angle, I'm actually going to give it 3.5.
Okay.
It was fun. Like I said, like we watched that Sammy go through a table, and we're like, "What is that double, triple padded table?" But your average wrestling fan watching it was probably like, "Wow, holy shit!" So I mean, there were the Sammy spot was very good, like you mentioned, the rope to rope. The alcohol thing, like watching Tay try and put the alcohol bottle through a hole in the fence that's this big, like
so bad. What
is going on? And like you said, I think it was either. At first, I was thinking flaming table, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's Jericho. You're right; it might have been a fireball.
Maybe,
as soon as alcohol hit him, like that did that. Otherwise, we would have seen the goat running around the ring on fire. And one other thing, I mean, not the match in particular, but I hate 2.0 before they were in the Jericho Appreciation Society. I think they've gotten way too much TV time over a lot of other tag teams I want out there. But boy, this is such the best version of them, sticking them with Jericho in the JAS, right?
I never thought it would work, but they're growing on me for sure individually, especially Menard and Daniel Garcia. He's been putting on some matches. It's insane how many matches Daniel Garcia's had on TV. He's up there with the likes of Punk and Daniel Bryan as far as like matches on TV. Like it's crazy, number wise. But what are you grading this? 3.5. Jay's got a 2. I'm gonna give it, for at least the guys giving their effort and the fact that they had to put up a show for 60 minutes, and for like almost 40 of it, they were like at least doing a good job of showing everybody in the ring. At least I thought the first 40 minutes of the match was like a 3.5 star match, and then the last 20 minutes was just like a 1.5 star shit show. So overall, I'll give it a 3.
They were done. Like everyone in that match was done.
Everybody looked out of gas, tired, didn't know what to do anymore. It was horrible.
I'm surprised that he's even alive, and this guy goes, he's at the top of the cage climbing and shit. Now, I had a funny visual when you were talking about, the fire again. I was thinking, what if they, Cesaro had him set up for the swing, and then they just lit his hair on fire. Cesaro swings him while he's on fire, and then throws him through that padded table. And then, security comes out and immediately just, hits him with a, the fire extinguisher. That would have been...
Now that you guys bring that up, I think that they were going to do something like a flaming spot, because there was one point Cesaro was wiping the table down.
I don't know. I think they messed up on a lot of different segments in this match.
I thought it was setting that up, but then the alcohol started spilling again.
That's not what we got. That's not what we got at all, man.
I couldn't help but agree with what you said. I felt like if Claudio stumbled like this much at the top of the cage, Jericho was going ringside. I was like, oh no.
It's a possibility, because you never know what's going to happen. What if you just trip or something while you're swinging this guy? He goes flying off the cage. That's a dangerous spot for them up there, So to me, that was I'm not going to say that was the spot of the night, because I really liked that that spot I talked about earlier, but it was up there. That was the visual of the night. Just that scene of him swinging that 1-2 times on the top of the cage.
Talk about the protection on top of the cage.
Talk about trust. Jericho trusts this guy. That's what it's about. Jericho trusted this guy to do that move. Think about Jericho actually swinging around the arena, on top of a cage. You got to give Jericho props for even taking that on top of a cage at his tender age.
He stands up and he's a little dizzy. He might wobble off himself.
Jericho,
I'm going to say that.
If anything, this is just a testament to how great Chris Jericho is. I don't care about any of these other guys right now. Claudio, yes, it looks, as far as wrestling goes, and what this match was about, Claudio came off looking like the biggest beast out of everybody, because he had the most ring spots, ring time, and obviously he got the win at the end of the match. But to me, at the end of it, this shows me that Chris Jericho, at his age, is still going as hard as he possibly can. Whatever level that is, it's his level, and he's got gas left in the tank, man. And the wheels aren't falling off anytime soon, I don't think. His wheels are way better than CM Punk's wheels.
How many years have we been saying you want to get some guys over, just keep putting them in the ring with Jericho? And like I said, with 2.0, I mean, he's elevated these guys to another level, and it's what he does.
He's making stars. He's making stars. And with Sammy, too. I mean, Sammy's going to rub off on, everything Jericho does. And Sammy, long term, he's going to be, I think up there with the likes of MJF. As far as popularity.
As long as he's alive. As long as he's alive.
Well, if he keeps taking bumps on padded tables, he'll be alive.
Fair.
For sure. I can understand why you don't want to risk it, man. Because it's at the end of the day, those spots aren't worth it anymore. They're not. So, but don't do them.
What he does.
Don't do them then. Or find a way to make them be more believable. You know what I mean? You can have a regular table with a tablecloth under it, and then tape some padding under the table. And the table's going to go down, the sheet's going to cover it, no one's going to know. There's ways to be smart about this, and they don't want to get innovative in this business. See, I could come over to AEW and give every single wrestler there some tips, some tricks, and ideas on how they can make every single move, step, even a footstep. People don't understand how important a footstep is when you're walking to the ring, when you're walking out of the ring, when you're walking towards your opponent, when you're walking away from your opponent. Everything needs to have meaning, and that's what a lot of these kids don't get. Even the veterans don't get it sometimes, because the veterans, they're all reliant on their gimmick and their sets, their move sets.
I'm gonna say
that's what careers come to.
That cage is different. That's probably why I didn't like this match. That's not how it was in the first match.
I thought somebody was going to utilize the other ring in the night, and we never saw that.
I didn't like that top view with those platforms. It was better the first match they ever had. It was just straight up.
Was the first one on Dynamite, or was it on pay-per-view? It was on pay-per-view.
No,
it was Dynamite.
I think they were always on Dynamite.
Was?
Yeah.
It was on Dynamite. Yeah.
I gotta rewatch
That's
that.
when they fucked up. When that cameraman
wasn't
box.
MJF in it? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the good
Jericho.
one. Yeah, that was the good
That's when that bot, when the ref had too much protection and the cameraman caught it.
one. The cameraman here always catch everything.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the one part where Menard was hanging upside down outside the cage and the blood was
And bleeding? Yeah. Like I said, I said that during the commercial break. We go to break and bodies are hanging off the cage, blood is dripping. This shit's getting wild. It did get wild. And at the end of the day, I just feel like Tony tries to cater to every kind of wrestling fan way too much. So, for example, you have the hardcore New Japan fans. He just catered to them with a pay-per-view, including all their big superstars. You have the ECW fans. He just catered to you by having a blood and guts match. Tables, chairs, glass, forks, knives, fucking blades. We're gonna cut each other open tonight, baby. We're gonna bleed tonight, live.
So bad.
Hardcore. Man. Yeah, we're cool, man. It's hardcore. ECW. Yeah, I'm surprised these fans don't start chanting ECW.
Wait till the hardcore title comes in.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, we don't have enough belts.
Yo, if I was Vince, I would definitely bring back that hardcore title right now. Like, and even make it look even trashier. That shit was classic. I was so hyped when they bring that title. I was like, yo, look at that shit. This shit looks like trash.
Who would even hold something like that?
Mick Foley. That's cool.
No, I think today.
Oh, today? R-Truth.
So it would be like it would end up being a meme belt like the 24/7.
Yeah, man. No, you can give it to what's his face. You know who they're gonna make 24/7. I know who's the next big 24/7 champion though.
Tamina?
No, it's Shanky.
Oh man.
Shanky's on the way to the 24/7, man. He's gonna make everybody dance. We got about like 4 minutes left of TV time, unless you guys want to extend it. But 4 minutes is good. You guys have anything you want to say? Final thoughts? You guys excited about the matches we heard about Rampage at all? Any wrestling news in general, Jay or Gilch?
I'm just disappointed. I had high expectations that what we got was shit like we were always gonna expect, and I was very disappointed. The camera production, whoever was controlling this or controlling the ads, fucked up big time. The transitions between picture to picture, the commercial, the match wasn't doing it. It was taking the fun out of it for me. The Hager spot when he went through the table, that looked fake as fuck. That table looked like it was gonna break regardless if you throw a paper clip on it.
It was nice how he got sandwiched in there for a second. Then you have to see someone actually come over and help him because he got stuck.
The only cool moment was not the spot of the moment was Sammy, but the cool moment was Cesaro and Hager when We the People chant happened. That was pretty cool. But
yeah, that face off was cool.
It was just sports entertainment. That's why I gave it a 2. It was a shit of a match. But if I had to pick between this or the dumpster and the arena match, I'll pick this over that any day of the week. I mean, that shit was fucking beyond shit. So I'll take this any day of the week if I have to choose.
All right, quick question before we go off there. Unless, Gilch, you got anything you want to throw in there? Final thoughts, comments?
Nah, just quickly. I mean, I think I maybe enjoyed it a little more to you guys because I went into it kind of having a thought that this was just going to be a effing mess. And in a good way, in a bad way. But I mean, that's just the way I kind of went into it. So I enjoyed it. But like you said, the same thing with the camera, the transitions, the picture-in-picture. You put a match like this on between how many commercial breaks do we have? Because it's a full hour. How many picture-in-picture spots?
A lot.
A mess.
Absolutely a lot, man. Final thoughts of Blood and Guts is I never have high expectations for anything because then if it ends up being good, then you get surprised. I try to not have high hopes because usually your dreams get crushed. So it's always good to just stay borderline with shit and, we'll see what happens. Everything's 50-50 in life. You're either going to get fucked or you're not. You're either going to like it or you're not. The movie's going to be good or it's not. The show's going to be good or it's not. The match is going to be good or it's not. Everything's 50-50, man, like the roulette table, man, black or red. It's got to land somewhere. And tonight, for me, the dice landed on Luchasaurus. To me, that was the standout moment of the night. That heel turn, I think I see serious business coming for him. Merch, money, toys, merchandising. I like it. This big man has busted his ass to make so many other fucking people look good. So I want to see him be their Undertaker. Because everybody needs an Undertaker. You're looking like one right now, too. Alright, guys. No more final thoughts. Wrestling with Savage, episode 51, about to be in the motherfucking books. Like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let your friends know that Wrestling with Savage is here weekly, every night, almost. If there's wrestling on TV, there's Wrestling with Savage.
We there.
NXT, WWE, AEW. Yeah, we have Rampage and SmackDown on Friday night. Not even excited about that. Everybody have a good night. God bless. Jay, thank you for joining us. Gilch, thank you for joining us. Everybody be safe. Have a good night. This is my cousin Crittext taking us off the air right now with the beautiful song, Wrestling with Savage.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.